All right. And we are back with another spectacular Boss Buss intense between the cheeks, no meat, just cheeks, going at it. With the one, the only James Steele himself, aka Odinson.
Nice.
Holler. Okay, I'll collect
How
it.
you doing, man?
I'm really good.
Yeah.
Trying to find time within my day to get my life in order with 2 new puppies, and then spending time with my lady,
Priorities.
yeah, exactly. But okay, so actually it's really funny today at work. So I'm scheduled 8 to 5 every day.
Mm-hmm.
And today I was like going in there to be like, maybe I could get my hours bumped back just 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Still get off at 5, but like coming at 9. Because like sometimes I'm like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta wake up in 4. Oh my god. So like
there at a party at 4 in the morning, like
it's like, oh yeah.
8 o'clock's too soon.
Right.
Wow, how did that happen?
Like tomorrow me is going to hate this, but like that's
Yeah.
an issue for
That's his
tomorrow me.
fault, not
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily we've all been, we're all, I feel like at this point, better than amateurs, or I think we're professionals at this point in time with that.
I would say so, dude.
It's kind of just where the world's coming to nowadays. You have to put up with that kind of stuff.
No, absolutely. Like, see, I think we just need Elon Musk to invent more hours in the day.
By the way he's working out.
Yeah, true. He could do it.
No, that's
He's
so.
got the money now. He's got the space stuff. We'll find something out there and bring it back.
Oh, true. We need like 4 more hours. I feel like that'd be a good.
Yeah, see, that's
Well,
like
we say that now, but then like in a year, it would
you'd be like, oh, 7 more,
Yeah.
7 more hours.
It would be cool for a little bit, and then by the end of it, it'd be like, it's like with like daylight savings. Like you get that 1 hour back, and then you're like,
Yeah. A few days later, and you're like,
yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's just slightly sunnier.
See, that's how I used to feel. Like, I think you just need to learn what you want to do in life, so you can fill that time. Because back before I did all this music shit, like, if I had 2 days off in a row,
Mhm.
I would go fucking crazy, because I was like, I've already done all the chores around the house that I need to do for today, so tomorrow's gonna suck. Now I have especially I got used to staying at home with quarantine and stuff, but like because there was like 2 months that I was home, because I used to work at Honest Abe's in Lincoln, and we sat at home and I was like, tight. I'm got paid from them, like they took out a loan or whatever to be able to pay us, and so I sat at home and like really rode this learning curve for a second. I was like, there's a lot of stuff that like I really want to figure out in Ableton and get more familiarized with, and getting the practice of sitting at my computer for 4 hours at a time.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a change of pace. It's a change of mindset.
That first month of quarantine, I was like, thank God, this is what I needed. I just need to relax. And then a few months went by, and I'm like, well,
then you get a dog or two.
Yeah, or 2.
Well, see, and yeah, fuck. See, well, so we got meatloaf at the very beginning of everything, and it was kind of a surprise. Like, my girlfriend Cheyenne's friend's mom, twice removed. She had 2 dogs that had puppies, and unexpectedly, and Cheyenne was just like, "We'll get a dog. We'll get a dog," and I'm just like,
that's what they do.
Dogs are great. I love dogs so good, but and then, like we went and saw him, and my heart melted, and then, it was game over.
Dude, that's how it goes. They're adorable, by the way. If you haven't seen his dogs, they're great.
Havarti and Meatloaf.
Great foods and great moods.
Oh.
Yes. Dude, so like Who are you? What do people know you as? Who are you as a musician person?
Odinson. So people know me as Odinson.
Why?
Hopefully,
Why
yeah.
Odinson? What's the name? Like I know what Odinson is, but
All right.
what made you choose that as your name?
So for my very first show, it was February 2017. Like I remember because I have the poster and it's like it came up just recently on like a memory. I was like, holy shit! Like 3 years ago. That's crazy. So like, I worked at Honest Abe's then as well.
Yeah.
Good place to work, I reckon. So I'm working there, and I was interested in DJing and stuff. Like I've always been into music. I got a guitar at a young age, like 4. My brother got a drum set at the same time, and like we kind of like learned a little bit together, but like he was older and like was able to progress more with the drums than I was able to with the guitar. But like I never was like I did several instruments throughout my life, but like I wasn't never able to like stay focused
Like,
on.
click into it.
Yeah. It's like I was able to learn it. I'm like, okay, I get it, I understand it, cool. Like, and then like I would lose focus, and like my dad and brother my dad. So that's how I got the name Odinson. My dad. He passed away 2 or 3 years ago. But his name is Odin, and I mean, like I chose the name like while he was still alive, and it was just like it was like a cool name, like Odinson. And then now that he's passed, I'm like, I'm never gonna rebrand now, like that. Like it's I love that.
That's amazing.
And with like the mythological ties it has.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
No,
meaning. Like,
yeah,
people might know
exactly.
one thing, but it has more personal to you.
Yeah, and I got stupid ass long hair now at this point, so it's like
perfect.
Yeah, I feel it. That's cool.
So yeah, well they got my dad got this program Acid Pro on computer, and it was a early DAW that I was too young to really understand. They got into it, and I'm still terrible with computers, but so I just started beatboxing and stuff, and like
oh wow.
So I beatbox and like got into choir and stuff like that, because like I knew one day that I would get into making music on computers and shit, but like for the meantime, I'll do it. Exactly. I'll do it's like I'll do what I can.
Yeah.
So yeah, just been
and then what
chasing
kept
that
you
dragon.
going with like performing and stuff? Like, what was the draw for you? And
Ooh. I remember like before I even got like virtual DJ, for like my first, like it was a Gemini controller. I was like at my buddy's house, like the trap house, just hanging out and like mixing like YouTube songs, like like volume down on one, having 2 windows open, volume up on this one, volume down on this, and like it was like just sitting there like, yeah, I'm DJing, what up? and like it felt good. Like I've always liked music, and so just like doing that, like that got me hooked, and then I had my own disposable income. Got a controller, and then just started like teaching myself how to DJ on that, and like so like a lot of things that people like overlook is like that's a whole ass painting palette that we have there. It's like we have like all of these different things do something, and like so I was like, well, I want to be able to use it all or know what to do, and then
how
like
to bring them together.
Exactly. And so like so then at that point I just got really into like trying to understand DJing, because like yet again I knew I wanted to make computer music. I wasn't there yet, but like I knew it was a step that like I probably should tackle before I do the damn thing.
And then, and unlike like other instruments like the guitar and stuff, it's something that just stuck and kept going. It was a little more.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, out of everything, that's the most drawn to an instrument. Like, hopefully later on down the road, like if I like have like an actual studio set up in my house, like I'll have instruments and just stuff that I can jam around and play with. But like for the time being, it's like I can sit on my computer for like 8 hours and just like feel disgusting, but it's okay
because you need that disgusting to put you in shape.
Well, yeah, well, it's
need
like
the gross to bring the beauty, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I'm putting in like so much of my time and effort into it that like, and it's positive. It's like I just want to do it. I just like doing it, and like it goes with anything anybody wants to do in life. You know, it's like just put it like if you want to do it, then
yeah.
Sometimes it's easier said than done, but like for the most part, just do it.
Yeah, it's worth that grind too. Like it's not. It takes time to even like make something sound somewhat decent. Like, dude, I started producing January of 2020, like right before quarantine happened. But like,
damn,
it just
you've come a long way in a short time. Like you really put a grind to it because like you got really polished music and everything. So it's like. What?
That's so sweet.
No,
that's so kind. That means so much coming from you, dude.
No, I appreciate that.
You've been doing it for so long.
And that's kind of the blessing of COVID, is it like it's allowed people to kind of, if you do have that drive and you have that focus, it gave you the time to
exactly
kind of polish things or get to a higher level.
So that's what I was saying about like with the days off. Like if I had 2 days off, I'd be pissed off. But like now that like quarantine, I was like, that was 2 months, man. Not long enough. Not long enough. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like I've learned to value my spare time into doing the things that I want to fucking do in life, because like everybody's around, and if not, whatever. You still got to pay rent the first of the month, and you've got to have something that you love to get you through life. So.
True.
You gotta find the balance.
Like, yeah.
Dude, I feel that.
That's why I don't get puppies, because
no. You gotta then you gotta walk the dog.
Oh man, they love it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes that's the best thing, is just sitting there, you just getting your own thoughts, and you can build stuff in your head. Like that's what I use my dog walk time for, you know.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. That's a good point.
For planning and prepping and breaking stuff down, you know.
A lot of the time, so I don't have monitors. I just have like theater speakers.
I feel that. I got my laptop.
Yeah,
and then, but it's like
too huge. Exactly. and Meatloaf chewed up my other headphones that like sounded halfway decent. So it's like when I'm going on a walk, like sometimes if I'm working on a song, I'll bounce it down real quick and throw it on SoundCloud.
Play it over and over and try to...
listen to it on headphones as I'm walking the dogs. Like, okay, all right. Well, that sounds like shit. Okay,
dude,
so
right?
Does that. All right, so does that. Okay.
Dude, every time, so I do my songs like version 0.1 all the way up to like the completed 1.0.
Let me ask you. So okay, then because I've seen people sent me like, yo, listen to this track, and it's like version 7 or you know, so like you just keep a breadcrumb trail of
all the steps,
all of the steps up.
Basically, it's more so also like a fail-safe. Like if one project file fails, I have like a backup from like a previous version. But yeah, I'm like
get to a point where you're like, I don't even know what the song is anymore. You
need
to go back.
I like it only because it like when I get to a point where I feel like good about the song and it's like feeling better, it'll be from 0.4 to 0.5 or like, and then all the way up to like until it's 1.0. It's all done. Like I've done a million car tests. It sounds good, and then I'm like, okay, my baby is complete. Send it.
Damn, bro, you're organized.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
It doesn't feel organized, I'll say that, but it feels nice because it's like, fuck yeah, this number's higher than the last one. I have more of this song done. Like,
I
time
feel
to
like the
test
benefit
it.
would be is like if you're listening to one version and go to the next one, you might have certain things you wanted to work like build from here to here, but you
Yeah.
might forget about it because you're focused on one problem, and you go back and say, oh yeah, I still need to do that with this, or I want to add to this thing, you know.
Yes, I could. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't have said it any better. Like I make mental notes. I need to utilize my phone with making notes and stuff like
Same.
that, or like voice memos or something.
Just
like,
Go
like,
pad and paper.
True. That's
I don't
true.
know. Okay. So
That's
my
caveman me over
my
here.
my
I carry
my,
that
my, my
around.
job. I power wash trucks as a job, and I get very wet.
Hell yeah.
I get very wet. So
Hell yeah.
I don't know if
There you
that'll
go.
work.
That's the best. I feel it.
Yeah. So water resistant foam.
Hey yo, bitch. Okay, so 3 minutes and 28 seconds into this dumbass song, take out that snare.
Take out the beep boop bop.
Take out the second. Yeah.
There's one extra beep here. It should be like up 5 decibels. Remove it. Change it to a bop.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Yo, that's a bop,
revolutionary.
bro. Damn.
So like, I asked this a lot. Is the music you play the same as what you like to listen to? Or
Such
is
a
there
good
something
question.
Different. Like, do you find yourself kind of
Yeah.
gravitating into playing music just because that's what you feel, and then you listen to other stuff, or is it kind of in a similar vein?
So yeah. No, I listen. I'll show you.
Hell yeah.
I have a very broad. Well, you guys can't see.
They're watching on YouTube. They can't.
So like I have a very broad
List of things.
list of things here. So Action Bronson, Alex Clare, Alien Ant Farm, Aluna George, Avenged Sevenfold, The Beatles, Billie Eilish, Billy Joel, Bloodhound Gang.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a wide variety.
and then we got like Sam Smith and stuff like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, like when I listen to the most when I listen to music at work, it's a lot of the time my music that I've been working on, because it's a time that I can kind of like meditate on that and just be focused on that. But like sometimes I just like I like to call it shuffle roulette. Yeah, exactly. So and I mean I have musicals and everything as well and stuff. So I mean like I've got the whole, like I just I love everything. Like because I was a theater major at Chadron State.
Wow,
That's
like,
sick. I love theater.
Any shows you play? Like over your, did you play in any shows or anything?
Yeah.
Big
So
ones?
that was in high school. I went to Lincoln High, and my senior year, I was the King of Siam in The King and I.
Nice.
And I just shaved my head
You
bald.
didn't get a cap.
I was yeah, exactly. I was like, so why can't I just get a bald cap? And my theater director was like, because it looks fake. I was like, whatever, like, okay, I've been fucking high school. Whatever happened to 20 feet in dancing? And also, like, do you not trust your makeup artist? So, yeah, that was great. And, oh my God, I had to get a spray tan. It only fucking worked on my hand just
So
right
your hands
here.
are just dark.
It was just, and yeah, they like emptied bottles of liquid foundation all over me. Oh my God, what a great time.
You go to school the next day and you got brown hair.
Yeah,
and white face.
It was, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, luckily, I was pretty tan.
No one's really tan.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't
Yeah.
go outside.
You are tan. It's fake.
Oh no, especially when it's negative 10 degrees.
Yeah.
Jesus
Now you're
Christ.
telling 10 degrees in a pandemic, you're not going to be
Ugh.
brown.
Yeah. Unless you're a baby, you were born that way.
Yeah. And all power to you.
So yeah, that was great. So my very first show in Chadron, it was Little Shop of Horrors.
Nice.
Oh.
And I was trying to audition for The Dentist, and
Steve Martin's character.
yeah, and I got the voice of the plant.
Nice.
Like yeah. I was like,
You
Yeah,
remind me of Silver.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah. And like I got to sit up in the fucking light booth and just
You don't even have
feed me. You know what I mean? Just
You're
like,
gonna do, he's like
it's
sitting in a
great.
chair all night. Everyone's else running and dancing around.
Yeah, well, in the very beginning of the show, I was like an extra and like singing like the chorus and stuff, and then after that song, then I fucking ran around everything, right upstairs here. No, it was really tight. So, but so it was a very small school, Shadron, and I really liked it, and I got a lot of experience there. But like, that was my biggest problem at the end of the day was like there was seniors graduating that hadn't been casted in a show as a performance major, and I was like,
yeah, how does that work?
Huh.
yeah, and like my freshman year, I got cast in all 4 shows. I was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird how that works.
just please, yeah. I'm just like, that's not even how life goes, but whatever. Cool. So yeah, no, I did that and then came back here, and like I feel like every small little thing, little bullshit endeavor that I've gotten to in life has like prepared me for
That's good.
being on stage and doing the things that I'm doing now, and it's like,
that's awesome. That's when everything lines up and pushes towards a point.
yeah, it's
That
like
makes you feel like
oh
you're doing
yeah,
something right.
yeah, you look back, you're like, damn, all that
Yeah.
all that shit makes sense now.
It makes you
It's like-
feel like you're doing something right. It gives you more motivation because you can see how it lines up.
Yeah.
It's easier to do something if you feel like quote unquote destiny or something is pushing that way.
Yeah.
That's true, dude.
Everything happens
Dude,
for a
I
fucking
feel
reason.
that. Yeah, I did theater all through high school. I did choir. Paul and I were in the same choir class.
Really?
yeah.
What'd you
No,
guys sing? No, what'd you guys sing?
We sang a lot of stuff.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but I mean like, what were you, baritone?
Oh, I was a baritone.
I was tenor, but I could do the bass parts if they needed me to, or the
Mhm.
baritone parts if they needed
Yeah, I
me
was
to.
like between bass 1 and bass 2.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like not super deep, but like I could go deep if I needed to.
I started out as a second bass, and then was a baritone
Mm-hmm.
the next year. Like I only did choir 3 years, I think.
Yeah, same.
Still a long
Yeah.
time. I did it
Yeah.
only for 2.
I did it for freshman, sophomore, and senior. But the junior year, I was in this medical academy and couldn't do choir, and I was sad.
You were in a medical academy in junior year.
Yeah, there's
Mhm.
this. Basically, in our school, we had this thing like
That's tight.
half the year or half the day you went to this other place and got like your EMT, your CNA, and a bunch of like college credits for like medical stuff. And then so I couldn't do it. So it was fun, but I also missed like half my
Yeah.
school
Yeah.
day,
Mm-hmm.
which was kind of sad.
Especially in like the most like influential time, and like
Yeah,
you're like,
between your
oh
senior
yeah,
year,
yeah,
it's
exactly.
just
Like,
like-
you're like, oh, I gotta drive
Yeah.
to across town.
Yeah, I
and
was,
then
going from Millard North to freaking the Millard Horizons, like way up on
Oh
like,
yes,
Keweenaw.
the Millard Horizon.
Yeah, so,
Dang.
I was
Yeah.
going back and forth
That's
every
quite a
day.
bit. Dude, it's far.
Yeah.
It's 4 o'clock.
It's like 250.
It's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 4 o'clock.
School was out 144th in Pacific, and then I was going to 205th in Q every day.
Quite a bit. Yeah,
I hate
Horizon was like
Omaha.
our alternative school.
It's got a perfect
That's
grid system.
crazy.
It's just flat and wide as fuck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Omaha, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, Omaha.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, I was just gonna say Omaha. yeah, we can
The,
continue.
Saddle Creek
But I
Road.
appreciate you. I
Oh.
appreciate you.
Well, yeah. So outside of like music and stuff, is there like focuses or things you want to get into that you haven't, or you are like hobbies you do or anything, or is it kind of just music? Is you know what you want and you like what you know?
Yeah. It so like I feel like everybody is destined to do something
Mhm.
and find something that they love. And that was the third time I brought it up. You know, it was like I must feel strong about it.
Mhm.
But like I feel like I've always just made music. Like even like like I'll hear
Just
a
singing
car
as a
and like
12-year-old,
yeah, it's like I'm always, my mind is always thinking of a new beat, and like all the music that I made as well, like I have not stayed consistent with a style of music So like every single one of my every single new song is just different. And it's like, it's not meaning to be that way. It's like I'm sitting there and I'm just nodding my head, and then I'm starting to like do a kick pattern, and then fill in snares, and just whatever I'm like nodding my head to, and then I'm like, okay, well that gives me a little Latin feel, so I'm gonna be like some wood blocks here, you know? Like,
well, that's I mean, that makes it better. Like when you have that diversity, it's better. Then it's harder to become repetitive. You know, like there's some people that have that one sound. You listen to like 2 songs and you think you know all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Repetitiveness is like it's good to find a voice.
Yeah.
And like, see, Pat Bass, he said to me from String Theory, he said to me, he's like, man, I could tell that's an Odinson track. I don't know what the fuck
that means.
Yeah, like I don't know what he hears. That's like, yeah, that's you. But like, I guess maybe like recently, some of the songs that I've made, like I've been trying to make like Buzz Jr. type of music, like that really dope trap music. That's, I don't know, that's crazy. Like I really like that, and like I guess I just try to make music that I would play, and I play anything. So
it doesn't really narrow the bar for it.
So
dude, that's sick. I'm making my first trap song ever right now, and it's
really,
yeah, it's interesting. It's about a demon.
You're gonna have
ostrich.
to show me that later.
Yeah, it's unfinished, but I played it at the boombox, and then I played it at the warehouse, and people dug it. So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'm like, okay, cool.
We had 2 beta testers.
That's the craziest thing. Like, so Travis Black hit me up, and like every time that he's playing, like he always plays at least one of my tracks, and I'm just like, I just got comfortable enough to start playing my tracks, and you're just like flexing them bitches all the time. I'm like it's such a crazy thing to like hear it on like nothing, and then like even this doesn't get like good full solid sound and everything. So like
when you're at a
show, like exactly. So like you don't know what it's, well, and then we don't know what it sounds like because we just hear the booth monitors, and it's like we don't get the full system.
Play your music. That's magic.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's, and like my brother, like I said, he plays drums and stuff, and like he actually owns a studio in Portland. He moved out to Portland in a van, and like got a band, and like did this, and then, you know, just worked his way up, and worked his way up into running owning it and running a studio. His name's like on the LLC, you know, is like doing the damn thing, and like he like did so much research, like trying to get this business and studio and everything going on, so he knows all these rules for like bands and like live bands and like laws, like common licensing and stuff, and he's like, you need to get all your stuff licensed, and so when you play it, like when other people play it, they have to pay him. Like that's not really how electronic music works. I'm like, if my buddy's playing my music, like,
that's amazing.
Tight.
That
tight.
feels so good.
That's only more, I guess for like that kind of music's more like when you're like really big and they're really big.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's
like at like Omaha level, it doesn't seem like.
Well, in a live band, like if somebody's playing your music, like that's obviously they're playing your, but like I'm pushing play, people.
Yeah, I'm bringing it in, pressing play.
If you don't know that I'm just like doing this, then that's on you, I guess. But like,
I feel like there's more like appreciation in EDM too, rather than like, hey, I'm angry at you for playing my music. Like it's more like, oh, you're playing something and like mixing it with something else I wouldn't have expected. Like that's amazing.
Although if that artist is on the same bill.
Dude.
You're playing his big hit right before he gets on stage.
Dude, that I would.
I guess I'll find another track to open with.
Dude, if I were to ever, and I don't think this will ever happen, but if I were to ever open up for Subtronics, at least at the point I'm at now, I'm like, I gotta change my entire fucking catalog. It's like
That's
half
so
his
funny.
music.
That's so funny. Trap Squad. He's opened up for OG Nixon like twice, and he at one point in time and I mean like he would joke about it too. He's like, man, I gotta find some new music because like all like he just OG Nixon, and like I would like we'd be going back to back, and I'd just be like, yo, you gonna play some OG Nixon or what? And just like fucking with him.
It's fun.
But like, OG, he was cool, and Jeff, I think, if my memory serves me right, and it probably doesn't, but I think he had asked him like, "Yo, man, is it cool if I like play these songs?" Because like, he has a million songs to play, you know. So he was like, "Cool, whatever."
Yeah, did you have this on your lineup or not?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Let's just say my memory served me right.
Because if he's not playing it, then it's like, I'll play it for you.
Yeah, exactly.
might as well.
Yeah.
Pre-show. Dude, Jeff is so nice. He
I love him so much.
at that show at the Reverb that you and your girl showed up to where you were Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy.
Yeah.
I got off stage and I was like, okay, that went decently well. Like, this is my third time using CDJs. Okay, it went okay. And Jeff was like, dude, your set was amazing. Like, I loved it. And I was like, oh, Trap Squad. Oh, I've seen you like so many times. Like, you're so kind.
We had a very like I was like at the very beginning of like knowing everybody, like I was trying to hang out with all these people. I just hung out with Kevin. Like Kevin and I knew each other, and I would drive all the way to his house, like way South Lincoln, and hang out with him. But like Jeff and I'd be like, "Yo, man, let's hang out," and he was like, "Yeah, come through."
Yeah.
And then it was like one thing or another. It just took a while for us to finally
Get to like a
get to
friend
and
point.
yeah now we're fucking brothers. But I mean,
That's awesome.
and like he just moved actually. Like we used to live like 4 blocks away from each other. No shit. Now it's like a mile. So.
There you
yeah. Oh, you bastard. No, it's
That's
tight.
awesome, dude.
I really love the scene. Like the people in the scene that I've gotten close to, like I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. Like the thing that I love about everybody on like the DJ producer side of everything is there's so few people that like everybody stands out individually for something that they bring to the table. Like everybody is so unique with everything. So it's like there's not a bunch of different of the same trap squads or oceans or there's just us, and like we're hanging out and we're all learning together. You know.
And when you have other people that with that uniqueness and you're learning off each other, that really kind of flavors you in different ways. Because when you all have that unique kind of sound or feel or whatever, then when you learn from each other, that kind of those flavors tie together.
Yeah, exactly. Because like a lot of us are at such an impressionable point with learning and everything that like somebody, even if that person doesn't like really know what they're talking about, they just introduce a new concept to them with whatever, and it's like just changes your whole perspective. It's like shit. Yeah, no, we all can learn and grow with it's with each other, like 100%.
Everybody's so kind on that producer and artist side too. Like at least here, everyone that I've experienced that's a DJ in Omaha or in Lincoln is just so kind and welcoming, which makes it so much nicer to be a part of.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm so new, but like everybody's been so kind the entire time. It makes me feel so happy.
Good, because that's like I feel like the blur thing is something preached a lot, but like it doesn't need to be an acronym behind just being a good human being and hanging out and just enjoying common thing. You know, like
you shouldn't have to go that hard.
Yeah, exactly.
It should just go if you have to have
Yeah. So And don't get me wrong, I think there's been plenty of times where I've wanted to move, not for the people, more for the people, like to not be that unique like to like be next to a bunch of different people that are like, yeah, I'm Odinson too. You know what I mean?
You want
It's
those
like,
yes men.
yeah, it's like, I mean, like,
Or that similar kind of flock where it all kind of is more lined up. In the
yeah,
same way?
it's like you're hanging out and it's I guess it's not necessarily like a validation, but like you're seeing, because SoundCloud is such a shitty thing. You look at it and it's like, oh, they still didn't listen.
You're refreshing all
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah, and
I feel
especially
that hard.
and especially now that they like changed it to like have notification, like and then like insight and everything on the app. It's like,
You're just waiting for it.
Yeah,
it's
like-
it's like
yeah,
pulling the lock.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
pulling
exactly. It's
Yep,
like,
it's like
The slot machine.
one more, hell yeah.
yeah, exactly. Oh, who is it? Who is it? Oh, I can't tell. Oh, damn.
2:00 in the morning, your eyes wake up to the sound.
Ding.
Yeah, I get that though. Like you want to be in that place where you have like people to vibe with, but also people that like are like your like
Yeah,
your
like it.
bandies.
Yeah, exactly. Like you put stuff out because like you want it to be, you want people to be able to resonate with it. You wanted to give people the opportunity to be like, yeah, no, I feel that, because like it's something that you made with your heart, and like it's like sacred to you. So it's like being able to share that with somebody else like just makes it that much. It's multifaceted at that point, you know. I don't know. I fucking hate music. It sucks.
That's why I listen to psytrance.
Mm.
You ever thought about playing psytrance or trying to learn about that at all?
I'll do it now. I'll do it now.
Dude, see, that's
no. Like
tough.
and that's the thing. Okay, so I've tried to make a few house tracks, and it's so hard for me because like when I'm like making a drum beat, like I can't do a boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats for the whole thing, and like
It's a
like
different equation. You're putting different
yeah,
things
yeah,
together.
like what my brain decides to do is a lot different than what everybody else is doing that sounds good, and like so like maybe I just need to like
But sometimes there's that magic to that where if you come at it from a different angle, and like you are able to put your style into it.
yeah, I'm
other
coming
people
up
are
too,
really
so I
looking
think I
for
need to
stuff,
go
you know?
cute different angles.
Yep.
I understand.
Like especially if you're in like a house scene, you listen to this kind of music, and then someone else who's not really doesn't know the rules, they'll be able to do stuff that you're not supposed to do, but
Yeah,
it'll work. You know,
yeah, exactly. It's like
no one knew that was how you could make that, but then it's because you didn't know you couldn't. You know,
True.
no one taught me that I wasn't able to fly, so I just flew. You know.
I think that reflects a lot, especially like to my production. Like a lot of the times, like I don't know what to look up on YouTube to even like I don't know what questions to ask. Like I'm stuck on something, but I don't fucking know, and so like I try and work it out or like move on to something else and just keep going with it. And like a lot of the times I've had friends like kind of look at some of my project files and be like, why'd you do that? I'm like, I don't know. I just because it sounded good to me, I guess. I don't know. And I mean like at this point in time, like I've been wanting to like keep that in the front of my mind to approach things like it's fucking art. There's no goddamn rules, you know. We're hanging out, and you're just like you just started doing something.
It's not rules. It's kind of like expectations, I guess, and you
Yeah.
can break those expectations, and that's why, like, if you follow all the rules, you're not going to make a good song because it's just going to be what's already there. You need to be able to know what and where to break the rules in order to make something that actually creates, you know.
Man,
That's
don't
very
judge
true.
that.
Variation.
Yeah, no, that's so true. Yeah, that the breaking the mold, I feel like, is like what propels the EDM scene forward.
Mhm.
Like just artists making things that are unique to themselves that
Yes.
don't sound the same.
But still have some of those.
Some of the
Guidelines
best songs.
to
Some
follow.
exactly. So like some of the like
Mhm.
best songs that are like the hypest songs like have crazy like like weird noises,
Weird
you know.
sound. That's why Psytrance
Yeah,
is my
yeah.
favorite. 'Cause
And it's like, hang on, you made a fucking song out of that, but then you put it on
I
a, do a
recorded a
grid.
bird
Yeah,
scream,
exactly.
and
Yeah,
then I just made it into a
it's
song.
like wow.
feel that.
Yeah, you got to get from like 1 to 5, but you can put a 6 in there before you get to 5.
Damn, that's crazy. I was gonna say 7.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Hire me. That works.
What have you guys been up to? What the fuck? I don't know. Like I've never like this is. I've talked with you.
Mm-hmm.
At
We haven't like
show-
hung
yeah.
out. It's like a hey, what's up, dude? Good to see you. Like
Yeah,
few
it's just
minute
like
conversation.
The nod of like, what's up?
And that's the thing that I hate about like shows. Like I just want to connect with everybody. Literally, I just want to like hang out and like talk with everybody, and then we're screaming, but like my homie's playing right now, and I really want to watch him because like
And there's
he's
18
throwing the
other
fuck
people that
down.
wanna talk to
Exactly,
me too.
exactly. And somebody else is walking around. I'm just like, and like I have the most terrible memory too, and so people are like get offended when like I don't remember their name.
Yeah,
and
that
I'm
was
like,
me forever. I just don't.
I'm like, I'm sorry. Every time I met you, like we have to scream at each other. I'm drunk, and
There's 8 other people. That
yeah. And like
that was me. Like I went to when I was at Creighton, I didn't know anyone's name on my floor, like my dorm, for the first like 3 months. I just called everyone Bud. I still call everyone Bud.
Hey, Bud.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
hey,
nice.
Bud.
It's friendly.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
know who you are.
Hey, Bud.
I just don't remember your name because when I'm talking to you, I don't use your name.
True.
If anything, you should take it as a compliment that I'm not talking behind your back because if I don't know your name, I can't talk behind your back.
I do that.
True.
Like, hey, neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, do the old hey, neighbor.
And then one day we were at lunch and I was like trying to get my friend's attention. I was like, "Hey, Bud," and he wasn't looking.
You're like,
I
oh,
was
this 8 guys
yeah,
looked.
My friend,
They're
my
like,
friend was actually like, "What's his name?" He's like, "That's Rob." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks, buddy." He's like, "What's my name?" And I'm like, oh shit!
I thought you were Rob.
That night they all just circled me in the holler like, "What's my name?"
Damn. They call me Bud. They call me Bud.
Or Buckaroo.
That's-
Buckaroo's awesome.
Buckaroo's solid.
But damn, Buckaroo.
Yeah, you go, "Hey,
Alright.
Buckaroo," and then I just smile.
That's a power play.
Yeah.
You're like,
That's
hey,
all I do.
Buckaroo. It's like,
He likes me.
Oh.
fuck. Oh, shit.
So if I call you Bud, I probably don't know your name, but don't take it offensively.
That's the moral of the story.
That's the moral of the story.
And if I don't say anything to you, but just still talk to you, which is oxymoronic, and yeah,
yeah.
Dude, we've just been chilling though. Paul's been dashing and
You mean
Doran.
Bud?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Bud.
Yeah.
Yeah, just I'm working at DoorDash right now just because I'm waiting. I have irons in the fire that are still pushed back because of the world as it is. I've been doing banjo, writing. I do 2 D&D campaigns now.
What kind of writing though?
Like I'll write stories. I'll write campaigns for D&D, stuff like that.
I had a manager one time that like had been writing campaigns for 20 years
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh.
had just like
A whole world that he just
yeah
created.
like
Oh, I love that.
I could I've always appreciated all that obviously because like I love video games and I love theater, but like I get restless if I sit too long. Except like working on music, I guess. Like I sit there and smoke hookah, so I'm like, so it's okay. I get
Yeah,
up.
well, that's like storytelling is what I would say like what for me is that kind of DJ thing where I can just sit and write for hours and I'll be sitting at work and just working them out in my head, like how the storylines develop.
So then do you remember, like, do you keep repeating it then? And, like, or do you, like, you're like, oh, yeah, that's a good,
Yeah, I'll keep the ideas, and then you can write them out. I have a phone, I have a notebook I usually keep with me in my car.
Oh, yeah. You
like
said
that.
you like the notebook.
I like the notebook. Yeah. Write my dreams down, write my day stuff going about.
My roommate wrote his dreams down,
it's
too.
It's important, man. Like, you forget, like, 90% of your dream within the first 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And, like, that's the only, like, that, dreams are literally a reality that is completely 100% your mind, you know? Like, even if it's not real, it's bullshit, even if there's, like, all the people, like, trying to interpret dreams, like, that's
okay,
very...
So, in that,
About to get real. There we go.
You're obviously into dreams. Clearly, you write them down as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
So when you die, so this is what I think. When you die, the DMT is released. I think you just go into a dream and you don't know.
Yeah, like either your life flash before your eyes or you go do that.
Yeah, but like the DMT is being released and your brain's still active for several minutes. Like that's 1 minute of a DMT trip.
Yeah,
I mean, like that's a lifetime.
Mm-hmm. And that's so like when they talk about people who like died for like 5 minutes on the table and they have these like visions and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's their brain thinking up some crazy shit, releasing some DMT. So do you think it's like a dream?
I mean, some people still have that belief that that's what happens in dreams is when you're sleeping. Or
well, I mean, you go to heaven, of course.
No,
but,
of course. Like that's what people think about. Same with like dreams, is they believe that DMT has something to do with our REM and like our dream-like states. It could easily be that. I mean, no one really knows what dreams are. We still haven't.
Could be a precursor getting our brains familiarized with that.
Like with me, I have the reason I started writing my dreams.
I never had that realization.
I have a seizure disorder. It's not like grand mal where I like seize up, but I have like inner brain seizure stuff where I get like super strong deja vu for like hours at a time or things like that. And in my dreams, the reason I started writing down is because I could connect back to those points in my dreams to those moments. So like I'll have like, very unique, simple things. You know, like deja vu, like, oh, I remember that dream. But, like, to me, it's, like, hours at a time and stuff. So, like, I would start writing these dreams that would be, like, month-long dreams that are super intense, super realistic, to the point where I didn't know what was real and what was a dream.
That's tight as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's scary at the same point. But
I mean, like, just, it's interesting.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's that's...
Because there is that beauty of it, and there is that kind of gift of it. Like
you have a whole perspective that nobody has.
But then there's also the problems that come with that, where I'm like, did this happen or it's not? Or like I'll have entire relationships with people in my mind and know them as acquaintances, and know them as acquaintances in real life, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like hard to separate those kind of things, you know. And also like you'll just have spooky dreams where I'm like a hellscape and stuff, and like in there for a month.
Oh, that's crazy.
Just trapped.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's kind of like when people talk about like Old Testament God, they talk about like great and terrible or powerful.
You're living more life and getting more experiences than the rest, though.
Yeah, but it doesn't really help in real life, though.
It does. You lived it.
Yeah,
well, your mind thought it up. I mean, like
if experience is the goal, then I guess I'm.
I mean, I don't know. Well, we seem to think it is.
Yeah. Most people like to talk about hedonism nowadays. That's kind of where our culture is. It's just pleasure is the goal, you know?
I just think of hedonism, but
It's
some great. Futurama is one of the only shows that I've watched most of the episodes of.
Yeah. You're not a big TV guy then?
No, I don't know. Okay, so like being an actor and stuff, I like a lot of like sitcoms and stuff and just like
formulaic.
Yeah, exactly. It's I'm like, oh, this is just like I just see extra credit here, you know, like I just associate it with school because like it's like actors are a dime a dozen and like they just
they're just getting a paycheck.
Yeah, exactly. They're like they don't care. Like some shows, I'm just like, damn, okay, like
actually,
like Always Sunny, Always Sunny. That like
The
a good show.
magic of it.
They go, and like I can get into that, but like I haven't, and now at this point in time, like I'm like I feel guilty if I'm not working on fucking music.
And is that the same with like listening to music, like where like since you've been ingrained with it so much, where you see like a lot of the formulaic kind of like stuff that's just like a pop, like not all. Pop
I do it more studying.
Yeah.
I
But you kind of see that where they're just getting a paycheck or they're just putting it out because of like that, like similar like to like a sitcom. Do you
yes
ever
yes
see
and
that
no.
the same
Well,
way?
so like with the singers and everything, the production, I listen to the like. I can never recite lyrics back of a song because I listen to the
The
whole.
sound.
I
the
yeah,
lyrics.
I listen to the whole damn thing, and so it's like when when I hear a pop song, like I'm mostly like focused on the production and like especially now it's like damn, that's a sound that I would like go for and like I'd use in a song like
You're like taking notes almost.
yeah it's
Mhm.
like or I don't feel very comfortable with like my intros and breakdowns of songs, but like when I listen to other people's music, like I really try to study like elements that I feel weak on because like
I feel that, dude.
if you can practice it in your mind, then
Then it's easier to put in the computer.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like helps with translation, dude. I feel that completely. Like I listen to bass, like my music that I play and the music I listen to are almost like entirely separate now. Like hard EDM, like dubstep, rhythm, things of that nature, and then like I listen to like
The
post
Wiggles.
hardcore
Oh.
metal, like post
Oh,
hardcore,
damn.
like Scene Kid, like 2013, like all of those bands.
Yeah.
That's literally all I listen to.
Is
Like-
it and is that like something that you've gone back to, or is it just something that you've stayed consistent with what you listen to?
So I've listened to it throughout, but I'd say probably like no, actually, yeah, consistently, dude. I love EDM so much, but there's so many similarities between like a post-hardcore metal breakdown and like a really good EDM like hard drop. Like they go hand in hand.
Yeah, like yeah.
Right.
I like. I'm gonna not imitate what I thought. Like I do that all the time. I'm like, oh Cheyenne, that's my girlfriend. I'm like Cheyenne, you know that song that goes,
Like Mr.
and then
Krabs.
it's like, it's just like, what the fuck
The
are you
beep,
talking?
boop,
Yeah,
boop,
yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Krabs.
No, the
Boop,
beep
boop,
boop
bop.
boop, boop. No,
Beep,
no,
beep, boop, boop,
no,
beep.
it's the beep boop boop. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. Well, SpongeBob. I've watched a lot of SpongeBob.
I've watched so much SpongeBob.
Oh my god! And now that it's on, I don't know, fuck streaming service.
It's on Amazon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like, I don't know what
That's
it is,
good to
but
know.
we got it. Yeah.
Yeah, the old seasons are still on.
Yeah, they're the best.
Clutch. I didn't realize that all of like the best episodes were like the first 10.
No, that was the thing.
Like-
Is the first
like,
season
what the
was the first
fuck?
season was actually supposed to be made for Adult Swim. They were planning it to be an Adult Swim show, and then they switched to
Damn.
that to Nickelodeon, and then they made it a lot less that, and like each character was based off of the 7 deadly sins, was like the original 7. You got Mr. Krabs' greed, you got Plankton as envy, you got Squidward as wrath, you got Sandy as pride, you got gluttony with gluttony with Gary and sloth with
Gluttony with Gary.
yeah, because always. I mean, the
Yeah,
first couple
of
episodes,
amount
and
of
SpongeBob
food.
was supposed to be lust, and not out of like sexual, but more of like love of everything. Like he just loves everything. too
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's
Damn.
yeah, it changes the perspective a bit, but in like a
Yeah.
really
was
cool
that a
way.
creepy pasta or
No,
like
that was
no,
from
no, just
the
like-
origin, the creator.
Mhm.
Wow. Damn, they're like, okay, so yeah, we want to do it on a completely different network.
Show, no?
Yeah, well,
And in the first episodes, you could see they had a little more of that risqueness and a little more
Yeah.
creepierness to them in some points.
Mhm.
You know, like
Yeah.
the first season, and then the second season still had a little bit of that.
ripped pants.
That shit was a banger. That song was
Yeah,
fucking
big.
sick.
Oh my god! So you're gonna love this. So I was in speech.
Mhm.
We've talked about that in
Mhm.
the past, and so like I did impromptu,
Mm.
and 2 years in a row, I did the Navi Dog at Northeast High School, and one of their topics was the many uses of marshmallows. I had it the year before. I got it again the second year. I don't like whatever. And so like I started out by singing the campfire song like from there it was like I won that round. Yeah, it was like, what's the first thing that you thought? Oh my god, I love speech so fucking much. I'd go for impromptu. I in my suit, just like lay down on the fucking floor, kick my feet up, and just like write down the 5 point. Oh my god.
Yes.
The speech was a hell of a time. I loved it. There's there's a radio station, Lincoln KFRX. The guy that does the DJing for that, like the main guy for that. We did speech together, and like in between rounds, he beatboxes as well, and like we would like teach each other stuff and like just hang out and chop it up. And like now later on in life, like he hosted the DJ competition that I was in and stuff, and like we've like recently joined together, and it's like, damn, remember that time? But like we only see each other at speech tournaments.
Wow,
that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, speech is a hell of a drug too.
That's another thing I wanted to do. Never did, just like theater. I always wanted to do it, and then I made an excuse or had a reason not to.
You should have gotten. Don't shoot all over yourself, but you should have got into tech.
Yeah.
Tech. That's how I started with theater.
Well, I was like, it was usually because of wrestling. Like I always wanted to do the
true.
musical, and then it was the same time as wrestling, and I couldn't justify it. And stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to do. I did track. I threw shot put, and one of my teachers was the head track coach, and I just wasn't showing up to track, and he's like, James, where were you? I was like, I had to go home. And he obviously talked to the theater teacher. It was like teachers talk, whatever. And I mean, he was supportive of me, but he was like, just tell me.
High School Musical moment where it's like,
basketball. Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, I gotta get my head in the game. Fuck.
Throwing the shot.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. High school. See, a lot of people didn't like high school. I loved it.
I loved it.
I got myself involved with a lot of stuff, and I did a lot of medicinal herbs.
Same.
So it's like fun to.
Yeah, it was an experimental time.
Yeah.
You got to test the waters and taste and try.
Yeah,
there's a lot of hormones and shitty people and things about it, but it's really just how you look at it.
I talked a lot.
Yes.
And everybody hated it. And see, that's the thing. Like, all my teachers loved me because I wasn't a bad kid. I was just like disruptive, but like I would be clever and funny, you know.
My
So it's like
to hate on
they're
me.
like,
Just shit on each other.
oh god damn it, James! I hate that like whole mega smile. Go to think time. Get the fuck out of here.
I had the love-hate relationship with the teachers where we literally like mess with each other the whole class because like I would just sit in the back like not. I already was like. I knew I kind of already. I never really struggled with school, so I would just like sit in the back, just mess with the teacher while he's trying. And like it was always in fun because they would always get me back, and that was the fun part about it.
Get you back in detention.
No, they would mess with me.
No.
Like, they pranked me as much as I pranked them.
See, that's how I'd prank and be like, okay, detention, and then like after you sit there for 5 minutes, be like, okay, you can go. Okay, bye. God, it's a good thing I'm not a teacher.
Karma coming back.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I'd get such the worst karma.
Get the shittiest kids.
My grandma was a math teacher, and my uncle was a math teacher at Millard North. Was that where you guys went?
What's his last name?
Higgins.
I knew people that had Mr. Higgins.
Yeah.
I knew people that had it.
Yeah, Mr. Higgins, like high calculus teacher, I think, or something like that.
I'm pretty sure he did teach calc. I was in IB, so I didn't have like.
There was
actual calc.
IB there too. They had IB
Yep.
at Lincoln High.
Yeah, I was in IB.
Dang, so IB is just a
Global. Dude,
cool. Well,
Lord.
I know it's global, but yeah, Kesha was in IB.
Really?
Yeah, she's
You
smart
didn't
as
know
fuck.
that?
No.
like-
They
She-
didn't. They don't just tell you. I thought that
She
was
got
like a
perfect
thing that they
score on
wrote.
her ACT.
It's like Kesha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's smart as fuck.
I just didn't know
Get with
that.
the fucking program.
that's
nerd.
Jesus
We
Christy.
stand Kesha in this.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, apparently not.
Dude, I liked her before, but that's so cool.
Yeah.
I knew Lord was
She
in
had a
it.
72.8 GPA.
Yeah.
72.8.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
went above and beyond, like
Yeah.
times 12,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
times 14.
Hang on, Lord?
Yeah, the girl that sings Royals.
She did what now?
IB.
She's smart? Oh, she was on IB too?
Yeah, in New Zealand. She had to quit IB so she could go on tour. That's insane.
Damn.
Right? And we could never be Royals, and she was fucking royal.
She's still.
She is
Yeah.
still royal.
Yeah.
I cried at her show like 5 times.
Oh.
I had a
It was
lot
great.
of.
It
Oh
was
my
great.
God. The only time I've ever cried at music was seeing R.I.P. Bass Nectar.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw him actually at like his last fucking concert at Freestyles.
Mm-hmm.
Buddies got me tickets because they're like, we need to experience this with you.
Yeah.
And like we got there and like Shades, E-Prom, and Alex Perez.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing right before E-Prom, and like how they started the set, they like broke it down like piece by piece and was like making it like crazy, and it was just like I lost my shit. It was just like what's going on? And then Bass Nectar played for 3 hours, and I was just crying for 3 hours, just like, this is crazy. And like I like turned and looked at Pat, and I was like, this feels like we're in his room right now, and he's just like
very intimate.
yeah, but there's 20,000 people.
Mhm.
I mean, we were the very front row,
Yeah.
and like we were riding the rail, and I was like, this feels like we're just in his fucking bedroom.
Wow.
But like, so Pat records every single, like he's seen Bass Nectar several, like in the 20s or 30s time, like 33 times I think.
Wow.
And he records every single time that he sees him, and like the song that was playing when I said that, so that year that we went, it's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday that they play, and the Saturday got canceled because there was structural damage from Friday, from like it was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
And so like all these Bass Nectar fans like were like losing their mind. They're like, this has never happened. What's going on? And for Freestyles, like his biggest curated event, so like that was going on. We didn't get to see the Saturday, but then we are partying Sunday. I say this to Pat Sunday. This feels like we're at his house. A year ago, because Pat records it, on the Saturday, was playing the same exact song that I said that during. And he showed me both recordings after. And in the middle of the drop, not even in like on time, like just cuts the sound. Just close your eyes and imagine your homie's house right now and they're just DJing to you. Kicks up the music. I'm just like,
Oh shit.
That's magic.
like guys, that's
is
crazy.
magic.
That's just crazy. Like the world is people are shitty.
Yeah.
People are shitty.
Yeah.
And the shitty thing about it is a lot of good artists are really shitty people. They can't face their demons and learn from them and grow. But they still have a raw talent.
Sometimes they kind of feed each other.
Yeah,
know?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
You have that kind of broken head, and that kind of lets you see things differently, even though, like, it's bad. You might be a bad person. You have this different view of things. Like, you're looking at like
Yes.
famous artists like Picasso and fucking like all these famous, well-known figures were either like abusers and like terrible.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like,
alcoholics
yeah.
and, like monsters.
They had their own
loved ones.
demons that maybe even like fueled their
Yeah.
passion.
They
You
fueled
know what
their
I
passion
mean?
and, like, they saw the world in a different way, and
Ugh.
that can bring to art.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the death of the author kind of argument can be brought up, you know.
Yeah, yeah, and that's the. I met a lot of people that I don't agree with. And I mean, I keep like within music anyway, and I try and keep everybody that I feel that way like at a distance, and like I know the path that I'm on, and like I don't need to get anything from you or them, or it's I'm belching. No. It's like I'm doing this for me. Like I love to make music, and it feels good to do it, and so like I also just love to love, you know. And so like at the end of the day, we're all just hanging out, and we're gonna meet a lot of shitty people on the way, no matter what you're doing.
No,
Yeah.
But yeah, you just gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm
focus
saying.
on the good is what you can
Yeah.
do,
Yeah.
what you can't do.
The good stands out. The good stands out a lot.
Not, I mean, but sometimes the bad disguises itself as good. You gotta be careful.
That's
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a
a
good
good
point. Yeah.
Like
Jinx.
inviting and hospitable are not the same. Like you can be a very inviting, very open person, but you can be very problematic and terrifying.
Yeah,
at the
sure.
same time.
Oh.
This is true.
We all have to learn that the hard way, though. You know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's the thing. Everything. So human beings, their best quality is adaptation in my mind.
Oh yeah, that's
Mhm.
what. Oh yeah.
And like you go through and that's why I was talking about experience. Like that's why I think that it is experience. Like you want to experience things so you can adapt, so you can like the more things you experience, the more things you've gone through. And like with dreams especially, like you have a whole something that like maybe even you didn't even need to live through. You didn't even have to go through like the physical or like the time
The
of
consequences.
exactly, and like you have that whole fresh perspective of a month of loving somebody or being
Yeah,
or
experiences,
just
those
whatever,
connections.
and so like and that's why I think I was like that's dope as fuck, because like my mind just went to that as well. Like you and like I just said just like maybe 2 minutes ago, like there's a silver lining in everything.
No, of course. There's always
Like-
gray. It's never nothing's bad. Nothing's good.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
have to
Yeah,
have that
everything's
dance.
good.
You have to
Fair.
have the balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I suck at dance. It's funny. I feel like I suck at dancing. Like I can learn a rhythm, but like I don't naturally feel like I'm good at dancing. So I DJ, and then I don't feel photogenic, so I was in photography. And it's like I hate listening to people sing, but I love to sing.
So I
It's
sing over them.
Yeah, so I sing exactly.
So I steal the
So I sing over you. Come here.
Yeah, it's important to recognize the duality. Not that things aren't like the duality.
The duality
is
of
there.
things,
It's not
yeah.
duality. It's gray. Like that's the point. Is there's that's where, especially like with like politics or like bigger things, we have that we like to chop everything up because it's easier to digest. It's easier to think about things as a this or a that or a beliefs are systematically opposed. When you got to look at the reasoning behind the beliefs, and you can kind of find more justifications that way of how this comes here and how really it's not that separated from here. There's just a couple tweaks.
See, and you can do that, and then like really get deep into it. Like I love to know about people.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love. So my favorite thing to do is to not my favorite thing to do, but like I really long to ask people about their day. You know, no, but I like to ask people about the day because like even if you are prone, like if you build walls in connections and relationships, you kind of tear them down when you're thinking about your day.
Yeah, something simple that you can
Exactly,
build
because
on.
you're reflecting on your day and you're like kind of like rattling that off in your head, and so it's like, well, I did this, and then you thought about this, which happened to this, and so like you're just
Or you can kind of see even
it helps.
deeper into like where their mind was at, like
Yeah,
why they made
exactly,
this.
exactly. So like asking like
Simple
I
questions
love
like
to
that.
ask about people's day, and like I genuinely mean it because like I'm trying to get like asking about like I get
You're
like
trying to get
I can
from up here, but you start with the smaller stuff.
and yeah,
Mhm.
I can learn about like what you're probably feeling about right now. You know, like how what you say and stuff. I don't know.
True.
People are fucking great. Really though. I never wanted to be a server because I didn't want to hate people.
Yeah, I'm a server. I didn't hate people. I had fun with it.
Really?
That's because I kept a song in my head all day. I was just dancing and
Oh.
as soon as I got in the back room, I started singing.
What a
and I'd do
sidetrack
that.
song? You're like here's your coke.
And I'd just be singing super complex like prog rock, like old school like Genesis and stuff.
Jesus.
Hell yeah.
Where you currently serve?
I worked at
You
Olive
DoorDash.
I worked at
You
Olive
said-
Garden for a while, and then I was like, during the pandemic, I was like, I don't want to. I was actually
Damn.
making more money at DoorDash anyways, and I was like, I don't have to be as in contact with people. While
Yeah,
they're
and
getting
Olive
this-
Garden, I've actually, that's funny, I've known a lot of people that have worked at Olive Garden, and that's like the pinnacle. Like it's like one of the frequent stops of like fucking servers, but like everybody complains about it.
See, that's me. I don't like to complain. I'm not a complainer.
No, sure, but like
'Cause,
I'm
like,
sure
the
you
whole-
can say fuck that
Yeah.
place and genuinely mean it.
No, I mean, I love the people I work with. I like, that's the thing is when you start complaining, that's when you start hating things.
Yeah.
Because you're not,
Yeah,
you're already predicting the future at that point. You're already like, you're setting a tone. When again, there's gray. You have to be like, well, this person didn't tip me because of A, B, C, D, E, blah, 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 and all this stuff.
Sure.
It sucks. And like, but like, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't believe we should have to tip. I believe that you should get paid by your
Yeah.
owners.
Okay.
We should not
Yeah.
feel forced to tip.
What did you
the
get
owner.
paid like a bullshit wage, like
$3,
$2.80? Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
they
dumb.
should
Like,
they should
you
definitely.
should not depend on the customer to pay extra for your for
Yeah.
you to eat or you to pay rent. You should be paid that by your employer.
And on the flip side, when a customer leaves out $5 or whatever, I've only seen that on like social media, just like when a customer,
$500 tip
no,
Oh.
just lays out $5 and just like $5 bills
and
if you
takes
don't-
one away.
Yeah,
or
if you
adds
take
one to
one
the
away.
dollar. Yeah, that's never happened. That doesn't happen.
Shit.
No,
No, the
I've
worst-
never. Oh.
The worst is Sunday morning, like the some of the older church crowd will give me like it looks like $1, then you turn it over and it's like find Jesus today on it. And you're just like,
I've had that. I'm like,
that's our
no.
tip. I'm teaching you about Jesus. I'm like, which I live in Omaha, Nebraska. I know about Jesus.
Ruger gave me one of those. It was like $100 bill, and I took it out of my pocket and just like set it on just one of our shelves at the house. And so like
Watch everyone pick it up.
no, for a month in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, what is that over there? How much money is that? It's like, even though I know, like,
You kept
whoa,
looking at it.
Zack, can you grab me another beer?
Yes.
Tight.
No, I get it though. Like I get why people get mad, but it's just I couldn't let myself. I just don't think like that. I guess I don't think in complaining.
That's fair.
Look at these.
Through the mics.
These are new. Mike's hard seltzers.
Damn, you guys drank something different each fucking time.
He brought them out. He's
That's
got, like,
impressive.
a Willy Wonka bag back there.
Hang on, let me have one of your little
You
Willy
can have this one.
Wonkas.
Do you want
I'm
one of
still
these?
working on one.
I'll grab you
Sure.
one. Yeah, stay between the
Oh,
cheeks.
take this one. I'm working on
Between the
one of the cheeks is gone. He's a cheek.
yeah, so like you open up the perimeter.
You're right. You're right. I did open up the cheek.
You spread
go.
them.
I did. I spread the cheek too wide.
I mean, like, I think that's an oxymoronic
You can have
statement.
that one or this one.
I don't think that's a. Sorry, there.
That's why
You're going to mango.
Ooh, that's actually better than the raw Truly lemonade. like no flavor behind it.
You
This
guys
beats
drink
truly.
the seltzers often?
I do. Yeah,
He tried to get a sponsorship for a while.
I tried to get a Truly sponsorship, dude.
But like I was like, you're giving it away for free because he would have his Trulies on every thing, and just like you're already promoting him. Like, why would I pay you if you're already showing up my product?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stop if you don't.
Yeah, we should cover the labels.
Right? Like, I don't know who this is, but we could know if they paid us.
If you get sponsored by High Life, let me know.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
It's so like my work, that's my work coat right there. It's like the name patch on it. It says High Life because they were like, "You got any nicknames?" I'm like, "No." Like, I guess they call me High Life because they asked what kind of beer I like to drink. I'm like, High Life.
Yeah.
And so they got it sewn on. like that. Okay, that's tight. So now I feel stupid like sometimes going into a bar wearing the thing like, yeah, I'll have a High Life. Like got the
I'll have one of these.
yeah. Like,
Give me one of
Don't even
these.
say, just
like,
tap on the shirt.
or maybe it'd be like, I'll have a ice water, please. It's like throw them for a loop.
I'll have a Bud Light.
yeah.
Keep pointing
They're like,
at it.
You know.
That's funny.
Oh,
Damn, how was Wednesday? I'm really bummed that I didn't go.
at the boombox?
Yeah.
It was fun. It was a
They-
good crowd. I was very, very happy when I played my set. Everybody was grooving.
Oh, yeah.
I was happy.
It's a really cool thing that so like the owner Cody, he just built a fucking stage like yesterday. Like a brand new stage that's like probably from here probably to about
Oh, the boom,
where the kitchen,
boombox?
boombox,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ruger told me about that there was going to be a dope ass big stage.
Yeah, big stage. He he's really doing some really cool things. So like he really wants to, like, he's just serious. He's had his hand in so many different things, and he's surrounded himself with people that are really good at what they do
Mm-hmm.
and love to help him. You know, so it's like at this point in time, like he didn't have a mixer for everything, and like my controller only does like RCA,
Mm-hmm.
as well as like they didn't have just RCA hookups, and I was like, oh wow,
Making it hard.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and like I just recently got every Tuesdays I'm playing house music, and like playing house music tomorrow for 4 hours. You know, it's just like my very first show was playing house music, and like I got into house music, and it's like I've tried to make house music, but like we were saying, like I can't keep, like in my mind I can't keep the consistency to like write a track. But anyway, so yeah, come out to the boombox every Tuesday, playing some fucking house music.
Odinson, house music.
The Nut House.
Yeah.
Yeah,
House full of nut.
Yeah, well, oh.
That changes
Now
things.
I'll be there.
Anyway, no, well, it was really funny because like, so Ruger's doing the Zen Garden,
Mm-hmm.
and Cody was like, "Do you have a name for this?" I was like, "Hit me up tomorrow at noon. I'll have one then." And he's like, "Do you have a name for it?" Tomorrow at noon. I'm like, the Nut House. Like I'm terrible with naming, like with songs. I have a song called Chilada.
I know
Because-
that one.
I was sitting there drinking a Chilada, and I had to save the track, and I
Just
like
looked
look
at-
around. I'm like,
The first thing you
Chilada,
saw.
tight. And then through the course of making that song, I drank 15 Chiladas.
Good.
Yeah, I was like, I had to get in the zone, so hopefully I don't have a song called Meth or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here, I'll look for your lamp remote.
Yeah,
Song
exactly.
Mm.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
your 10 meatloaf and 5
Yeah, yeah,
party
yeah.
songs.
I have a song called Sony because I like.
Because you're looking at your fucking...
Yeah, but I spelled it like so SEW and knee, so Sony. I have another song. Like, oh my god, I have so many songs like at this point in time that like I just need to wrap up. I have like 8 or 9 songs
Dang,
that
dude.
like I
Then you wrap them all up, and you're gonna have a whole release for all of them at once, and that's your whole freaking set. You know?
exactly. I have an EP, but I just need to figure out what songs. But like, I try to make a new song even though I don't have the songs done. Like I
You
like
have too
if
many ideas already.
yeah, and if I'm not like feeling a certain type, like if I'm like, yeah, this is tight, like I know what to do. Like I've thought about like I need to add risers here and there and do this like while I'm listening to it throughout the day. Like once I do that, then I'm like,
Just need something I just don't know yet.
yeah, we'll get back to that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Collect
dude.
all save.
That's like making
go
a
back.
walking stick. Like I make like walking sticks out of the wood stuff, and like I'll be like sanding down a stick and be like, okay, and go to a different one and like leave that there. So like you got to find that groove, and if you're not in the right
Exactly.
groove, if
Like
you're not in
don't
the right
force. Like
headspace
there's
to do
no
this
reason.
part,
There's no reason
Yeah.
to force it because there's.
but you
It's
still have that energy you want to put into something. So you
Yeah.
don't want to fuck this one up by trying to force it. So you have those other things to play with.
Oh, dude. I wish I could do that.
One
I'm very
track mind.
yeah. Like
Really?
if I have a track, I will literally do only that track and work on it until it's done.
But there's a
and then go
beauty to
the
that
next one.
too, because you
Damn.
have that. If you are
When
able
we're
to
done
have
with
that
this, I'm gonna
focus
show
on one,
you.
you can hone in on it. And if you're doing like 6 things at once, you could. It's harder to keep all that tracks in the headspace, you know.
try the head rocking thing. Just like I guess I don't know how long it takes for you to get a track done and how much time you allow. But
I
like,
wish I knew. I wish I knew how much time.
Start
It
time.
took.
Get it. Stop.
I've
should.
but I mean I've had songs that like have taken me like a day that I've like gotten everything done and then like the next day I've like tidied everything up. But like the songs that I have now that I've been working on like it's like I know more things now, so it's like, well, I should do this. Well, I know to do this now.
Mm-hmm.
But like
So the process takes
most
time.
of them are like 3 months that I've been working on. But it's
shit.
like 8 songs that are like
all
that
working
long.
together. No, I feel it.
oh, it's some beautiful shit. I really love it. I really
Dude,
love it.
I do want to kind of time it because like probably Gengar probably took the longest for me to make. Goosebump I shat out in like a week. Like
Goosebump's tight.
Dude, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, that's
I know. I'm glad that
I
you guys
hate
like
Goosebump.
really.
Dude, we
went
were
for it.
we were drinking ciders the whole time we made it. So the entire like pre-drop vocal is me and Drew both saying cider gets me goosey, and then like that because we were just feeling cider and also like gooses.
I don't like geese. I got attacked by a goose once.
And they're terrifying. That's why I made the
It's like-
song.
You've got rye and wheat bread. You sack of shit. What you think this is?
Dude, they're the meanest animals, man.
Dude, the
They
entire
will seek you out and fuck you up.
the entire track description is like when I uploaded it, it's like you're walking through like a playful meadow, and then you hear like the sound of them. They're
Yeah.
coming.
Dude, that was once. I literally happened to me. Me and this girl were walking in this park, and we saw like there was like hundreds of geese on the other side of this thing. And at one point, like a couple of them looked at us and started walking forward. We're just talking, and then like 5 minutes later, literally the whole horde of geese is like walking up to us. And
You're
we're
like,
just,
there's a lot of
I got
chickens.
I got my walking stick in my hand, like, oh.
I will punch you
I will
if
die,
needed.
but a couple please.
Yeah,
You could help with me.
wow. Well, you're not very confident in your walking stick?
No, I'm like, I will
Oh,
fight.
okay.
them up.
No,
There was like
I'm here.
hundreds. I can't take I can't take like 400 geese.
Just start spinning in circles
Just
with
like
it low to the
Beyblade.
ground.
Yeah, man, they're hissing.
Oh no,
Their teeth in their tongues.
they do. I didn't know that until we got that
It's
made.
the worst.
Really? That's the thing? They actually
They
have
have teeth
on
on their tongues.
Huh, same.
Dude, it's a crazy creature.
Yeah, what? Like, what? Man, and they can just look so beautiful.
Yeah.
And majestic and just innocent.
They're not.
They'll mess you up.
They're mean.
What's your favorite animal?
I don't know if I have a favorite. But,
Oh,
I mean, I love crabs. I love octopus.
I love crabs.
Crabs are fun.
Crabs,
Yeah.
just because they
And insects. I'm a big
because they got
bug
what?
guy.
Oh man,
And crabs are basically just sea bugs. So.
They are. They're like big sea bugs.
Yeah, insects. Okay. I've learned to really appreciate them because like that's incredible that like they're so small and like they're doing the damn thing. And
Well, I mean,
they
they've
got a
evolved
whole
for so much longer than
Exactly,
any other land thing. Like they are so specialized that they're almost like they're perfect like machines.
But what I hate is they don't fucking know the path that they're gonna go. So I'm like, I don't know where you're gonna go. And they're like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah, I'm like, why? Like, just go.
Well, they're just so alien, and that's what I think a lot of fear comes from. That they're so
Yeah,
separated
you don't
from
know.
us.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the more humanistic an animal is, usually that's where we see them as cute. Like
There's skeletons on the
Yeah.
outside. Pff,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Jesus.
like the more humanoid or more like us, like animal is, they're usually seen as more cute. That's why we love mammals. They're usually like the go-to
Yeah.
animals, especially like monkeys and baby animals that have those like big eyes. Stuff
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
that's crazy. I was thinking that. Big eyes.
Big
Mhm.
eyes. Big eyes.
Yeah, they're like babies.
Yeah, I think might be a spot.
I think it is a spot. Wow, guys. This has been a journey.
Yes.
We have gotten to know Odinson. We've gotten to know our pasts, choir, insects, theater. He was the voice of the plant.
Feed me! I'm starving!
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about. It's been amazing. Thank you all for watching. Is there anything you want to shout out? Anything you're doing besides, well,
The
you've got the thing.
Tuesdays. Yeah, the Nut House. That's not gonna go very long until the next DJ competition, but like, I'm trying to bring out some fucking artists. There's a lot of people that claim they like some house music. I'm looking in the microphone. I
prove
should be
it.
looking. Yeah. You like to shuffle? Show me what you got. I'm gonna have a bunch of new, really dope music that I'm proud of. I'm like, yeah, we doing a damn thing
That's
out here.
awesome. That's the best.
And it'll be in your ear hole sometime.
Check out your ear holes. Make sure to, you might find an Odinson in your ear hole sometime soon. So.
Or two.
Yeah, or two. Ooh, even better.
Thank you again for coming on.
No, thank you for having
It
me.
means a
This
lot.
is
He
sick.
drove all the way from Lincoln, and that's like a long time away.
It was only
Thank you.
40 minutes.
Still.
I mean,
I'm just.
one of the things you said that I really liked was when I talked to you, like, do you have anything else but music? There's like the no. And that was like, for me, like, a lot of people have things they're passionate about, have things they like, but they're just distracted over other things. But if you can find that one thing that you know what it is and you're willing to put that all your time and energy into it, is very inspiring and very magical. And I appreciate that. You know?
Absolutely. Well, we out here.
We out ya. Well, we are also out ya. So hope you guys all have a great night. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next week. So have a good one.
Hell yeah.
Keep it real.
Gangster.